Hello! So, if you want to learn everything about Facebook ads, keep watching because me and Signa are going to speak about the juicy goss of Facebook ads and how you can use them to improve your business. I am so excited for this live. Honestly, you're going to learn so much from me and Signa. And she's amazing. Oh, she's here. We'll let a couple of people join and then we'll start. Did you want to request and then we can get started? So people who are just joining, me and Signa are going to be speaking about Facebook ads, how they can really help your business, and also, oh, I'm back. I'm so sorry. You know when the Wi-Fi just drops? As I was saying, we're going to be speaking about Facebook ads and how you can use them for your business. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you caught this live. It's going to be a good one. Oh, I love this. It's going to be on my profile, don't worry. Hi! Finally, it worked.
Hi, hi. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, brilliant. Because I think my earphones are not working for
That
some
always
reason.
happens to me with AirPods, like with the time you need it, it does not connect. How are you?
I'm good. It's really late for me, so my voice is a bit cracking, so I hope no one minds.
What time is it?
It's 9 o'clock, but I'm like a morning person, so to me this
Oh
is
my
like nighttime.
goodness, you should have said, we would have done it in the morning.
No, it's fine. It's kind of nice to see that I can still like do things in the evening as well.
Definitely. Well, I really, really appreciate you being here, and I know lots of people are really excited to hear all from you. So, did you want to introduce yourself and a bit about you?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Signa. I am currently in Estonia, but I lived in England for 10 years, so that's why I have English pretty okay, I guess. But I have done marketing and like advertising for 9 years already, and I got into it with my own business because when I started my own first business when I was 21, I was struggling so much to get clients because I was like completely new to England. I had no friends, nobody, and I just started a business. But then I discovered Facebook ads a couple years later, and everything completely changed for me. Facebook ads allowed me to build like multi six-figure business that was completely automated because it got you in front of clients every single day. And then, yeah, I just had a team of people run the business, and then I moved to Spain, and then I got really into doing this for other people as a service because I get to kind of have my fingers in so many different businesses, which I love, like you never before. Instead of like having one business, I get to see behind the scenes of like literally so many different businesses. So I absolutely love it.
Oh, good. And you're part of my team as well. So you might have seen lots of ads recently going everywhere. That is all because of the lovely Signa. She's been sorting all the ads out. But you're so right. Like Facebook ads can really transform a business to the next level. And I didn't quite realize that until I really started to invest in and getting those ads out. So I
Yeah.
thought I would ask you the first question because I know this is something a lot of businesses do and they don't realise that they're actually just putting money into nothing. But what is the difference between a boosted post and going into Facebook ad and actually doing it in the back end?
Yeah, so boosted posts, there's nothing wrong with them specifically, but they were launched by Facebook to increase their revenue. So they've tried to make it as simple as possible for anyone who doesn't know anything about running ads to run ads so that Facebook could like basically bring in more revenue. So when you do them, you have much less control over the outcome. So Facebook will literally, if you do it on your Instagram account, I'm sure everyone's seen like this blue boost now button. If you've seen it, definitely leave a comment and let me know if you're like intrigued to press on it. When you do that, it's going to give you like a lot of reach, but it's not going to optimize your ads based on behavior. So Facebook ads, that's why they're so brilliant, is that you can like show your ads to people who have made purchases previously. So it's like behavior based. And when you're boosting ads, you're kind of like you can just separate them based on interest, but not based on behavior. So you have much less control over the creative, the audience, everything. So it's just basically built to give you like quick dopamine boost. You see that a lot of people see your post, but maybe you get a tons of likes, maybe even some bookings, but it's really like hard to scale it. So it's definitely not like a good long-term strategy, but it's a good way to kind of test your content ideas out, maybe for a very, very £1, £2 or something like
Yeah,
that.
definitely. And I think going in the back end of Facebook as well is amazing because you can literally retarget people that have just engaged with your Instagram, and you can create like a lookalike audience, so an audience that looks like your current audience, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, that's one of the like best parts about Facebook ads.
Yeah,
Like their targeting definitely.
definitely. Okay, amazing. So a lot of comments I get when people like message me and like, just help me with Facebook ads, they're so complicated. Would you say they're as complicated as people think?
Definitely. Unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
kind of true. Like you have to, you can, like, for example, with your course, I'm teaching a specific strategy. So I've broken it down to step by step so that you can easily follow. However, if you want to kind of overall like know about Facebook ads and how to use them with multiple strategies, it can get really complicated. And it's only gotten worse now with like these past couple of years because of the way their algorithms work, their backend system is quite complicated, but it's definitely like learnable. So it's not too much, but it's great if you have like one strategy that you're going to focus on and you learn that step by step instead of kind of learning the whole thing overall. Like that doesn't work anymore unless you're someone who specializes in it, just like me. Like I'm literally every single day in the ad platform. And even for me, like the changes happen so fast that I have to like instantly adapt and learn like what the heck is this? What are they testing out now? Or like when I talk to Facebook on calls, they're always telling me that they're testing something out. Try this now. So normal people, it's hard to get that kind of communication. And yeah, so basically it's a bit difficult, but focus on one strategy and doing that, and then you'll manage.
Yeah. And then with it being difficult, with what you put in the course, would you say people would be able to offer it as a service, or is it more that they can learn to do it within their own business?
So what I've done in the course is I've focused on getting them clients, so for their business,
Amazing.
and it's a really simple strategy that works. Like I'm using it in my own business, in my other client businesses. Um, but you can use the same strategy for your clients as well. It's just not great for an e-commerce business specifically, but like service-based businesses, it's going to be great to use it for your clients as well.
Perfect. I'm so excited that you've provided all the modules for the course, because you're literally an expert, so it's great to have that within the course itself. And then another big burning question is, what is the difference between Meta Business Suite and Business Manager? Because Facebook likes to direct you straight to that Meta Business Suite, but in order to do the ads, you want to be in Business Manager, am I right?
Yeah, so Facebook is trying to kind of help social media managers out really with that Meta Business Suite. But it's basically where you manage your social media content more. So you get your statistics from there, you can reply to comments and like inbox and everything. But the business manager specifically is your like a safety net, because if you run ads under your own personal account, you risk getting blocked. And when your account gets blocked and it's attached, so your personal account is attached to your business account, like the Facebook pages, Instagram, and that gets blocked, you can't advertise. So when you have a business manager, you can add multiple admins in there, like your business partner or your brother, mother, whoever, and you can still access the business manager. So it's kind of like safety, plus it categorizes all of the assets into one place, and Facebook really prefers that. So it's just like that's for advertising, business manager, and then the business suite is for your content, and it's keeping it separate basically, yeah.
Amazing. Okay. And then are they easy to access? So going from Meta Business Suite to Business Manager, or is it like a certain way you have to do it?
You can do it from your newsfeed
Okay.
to go into both, but you can also go under Business Manager. You can access Business Suite. I don't think you can access Business Manager from Business
Yeah.
Suite because I think it's such a different audience for Facebook. Like someone who's doing content doesn't know how to advertise maybe, so they made it more like difficult in that terms.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can access it from your newsfeed, and it can get quite scary when you kind of see the back end, but it really isn't. It's very well organized.
Yeah.
And there's like really good instructions in Facebook's own help center as well, like how to set anything up. And in the course that I built for you, I'm walking you through step by step how to do the Business Manager, like really, really simple, honestly, 5 minute setup, basically.
Amazing. Did you want to give any advice for businesses trying ads? Because it seems like a lot of people here are saying they're trying it and they can't figure out how to change it. What else is saying?
Cannot do anymore on Facebook, Stina is saying. So I think maybe she's been restricted and that's why she doesn't know. So that's been a really like huge issue lately, that there's a lot of restrictions, and that happened during 2020 because of the political state. So it's gotten better now, like they're not blocking, but they are restricting accounts. So I suggest that if your account is blocked, that then contact the help center, customer service, try to actually speak to someone, which is a bit difficult to do, but it's possible. And if they can't open up your account, then you unfortunately have to use someone else's personal Facebook to build your Business Manager in, and that's unfortunately how it is. What else was someone asking in here? So would you recommend just trialing some ads and testing it? Yes. So when you are, what I suggest as a social media manager is the first thing that you can do is you can see how your content is doing. You can test a lot of different ideas organically with your content and see what reacts. And then you can use that same copy and image as an ad because it's worked organically. That's one of the easiest things to do, but I suggest that you make sure that there's an offer. So never advertise anything broad, something like we do, you know, social media services and that's it. And that's your ad, right? Never do that. It's just a waste of money. You have to give people like some kind of call to action. So like using lead magnets, you're saying like download it today or press the link below to book your call today. But testing definitely is a good idea. It's a lot to do with testing.
Definitely. What else we've got? Do you need a presence and profile on Facebook to do it?
You need a personal account, 100%. You cannot start a completely new account and then start advertising. You'll get blocked because Facebook thinks you're a bot. But you definitely need a profile, but you can't advertise your profile, if that makes sense. So you have to have a business page and Instagram page, and they have to be connected. But yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to be active on Facebook. Like I never use my front of the Facebook. Like I'm always in the back end, but the account has to be old and seasoned. Definitely, it can't be completely new.
Right, that definitely makes sense. And then, what's the minimum cost you would say is worth investing into ads? I feel like that's a difficult one.
Yeah, it is completely up to you. I did give a formula in the course as well, like a really simple math system. But what I would suggest is if you have higher cost services, so like anything that's £100 and over, and your clients are with you every single month, then I suggest that you can easily spend that first month's payment as the expense of the ads, because you're gonna know that like you got a client and the next month this is going to be profitable for you. But you can, I mean, in a simple term, maybe easiest thing you could do when you're checking out different ideas, like different creatives, copies and stuff like that, then maybe start with just £5 a day, depending on your audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good start.
And then would you say they should do like A and B testing? So with that, you can test like different creatives, different audiences. Would you suggest that in like the first month, or would you say stick with one ad for the first month and see how that goes?
Yeah, definitely testing, a lot of testing. Like I do a lot of testing. But when you are spending smaller budgets, like £5 a day, then you should try to not touch the test. So always have like two, three different creatives, like images and a video, for example. And then for like 7 days, you're not touching it because it has to spend a certain amount of money, like £25 or £30 or £50, before you can kind of make a decision, okay, this creative really didn't work. So you turn that off and then you let the other creatives run, or you recreate. So you see that something is working really well, but it's maybe a little bit too expensive to get a booking. Or it's not getting you enough bookings, but it's kind of working. So you just recreate a variation from that, doing like little tweaks, like just changing maybe the first sentence or a little bit of the creative. But you have to never, like when you're spending small budgets, just remember, don't be impatient. Like let the ads do their work a little bit, let the robots do their work, and then only start optimizing, because you will break your ads when you touch them too often with small budgets. So when you have big budgets, like with me, with some of my clients, it's obviously constant and I can do it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Because there's like so much spending in there.
Amazing. We've got loads of questions, which is really good. What have we got first? Did the content value can be important things when using Facebook ads? Oh, I don't know if it's if you just tell me what you mean by that, Vanessa, and we'll like come back to it. How old should my Facebook page be to start with ads? Have you got like an approximate
Yeah. So
time?
when you're talking about your business page, it can be completely new, but you have to make sure that you're filling in all of the company details in there. So that, and you have a business manager. So if you have a business manager with your business details in there, credit card attached, and your Facebook page information has been filled in with like links to website, what time to open, all the other stuff, then you can advertise literally on day one. But you do have to remember that not all of your clients are going to buy. So what they're going to do is they're going to press through from the ad and go to your Facebook page or your Instagram page when they see your ad. And if there's no post there, it's really not a great look. So definitely consider this, that you have like this foundational post all set up in there before you kind of advertise, because only 3% of people at any given moment are ready to buy from you. So like 97% of people who see your ads need more information and time. They need to know who you are, if the service is for them, how much it costs, all this stuff. So really think about that. And I always suggest that you can look at yourself and see how you're buying, right? Like what kind of process are you going through? And then you can do the same for your clients, knowing that they don't just buy. Only 3% of people are like ready like this to make a purchase. So really, really consider that.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Does the client pay for the ads, or do you, as a social media manager, is this all in your course, Beth, or a different course? So it is all in the course that you'll have access to. But then if you wanted to answer, does the client pay for the ads, or do you, as a social media manager?
Yeah, I can answer that. I suggest that you always attach client credit cards there, because I am so lucky that I've been doing this since forever. I've never kind of taken the burden on myself, but I have had clients who don't pay on time to my invoices, right? So if I would have to pay Facebook as well, then I would be completely out of pocket. If clients would be late with their payments. And that's unfortunately how it is. Sometimes they pay like a week late or like 2 days late. But if like Facebook would take money, you would be out of pocket. So I always suggest that you attach their credit card to everything. It's for your own safety, really.
Yeah, and it makes it a smoother process as well, like you say. Like they'll pay you a certain amount each month, and then it's up to them what they want to invest into the Facebook ads, and it doesn't get crossed over of them having to transfer you money and whatever. It makes it a bit more easier.
Exactly.
Is it better to invest, say, £1,000 for 1 month or £200 per month for 5 months?
Depends. So if you are in a phase where you're testing out offers, like sort of like what's going to get you a client, but you kind of want to test out the messaging or like creatives, and you're ready to like really build it out, really like and spend a lot of money on it afterwards, then you can spend bigger budgets faster. The only difference is when you spend bigger or less budgets in a longer period of time is that you just get data really fast.
Yeah.
Like you instantly know if that image worked or didn't, or if that offer worked or didn't. If you spend less money, it's just going to take you longer time to figure that out. And you also have to make less changes. So like, unless you are ready to spend like every second day in the ad platform and changing the creatives, then spend less in a longer period of time and let the ads get enough data that you can make decisions. But yeah, if you want just quick, like we really need to know fast, like is this the best promotion for now or is something else, then you can spend a lot more faster. But then ideally you want to spend way more once you find the winner, right? Like that would be your goal.
Yeah.
Not just spend a lot of money really fast. That's not.
So if an ad is doing really, really well, would you literally say do not touch it? Would it get to a point where it does fatigue?
Yeah, so optimizing like and scaling your ads is a completely different skill set as well. It does fatigue, but it can take, like I've seen ads that have run for years before they fatigue.
Wow.
If the area or if your audience is big enough, it's gonna show it to enough people that like it's not gonna fatigue that fast. But if you have a smaller audience, let's say you just want to advertise to local businesses, that's like 5 miles around you, you do have to expect that it's going to fatigue at some point. So you have to exchange, but then you have like an ad, you know that it worked. So you can just recreate the same ad with maybe a little bit of different image or video or a little bit of different copy and just use that as a guideline. But when your ad is working, then usually you would just increase the budget until it stops kind of producing, and then you go a little bit backwards and you stay there until it stops producing, and then you go and change the creatives, really.
Right, okay. That definitely makes sense. So if we start to wrap up, I'm going to ask you one last question, and it might be a difficult one, but okay. What would your 3 top tips for any business, any social media manager that wants to launch ads, what would you say to them that they need to do?
Okay, definitely number 1 tip is just start, because it can be really intimidating when you see the ads manager and you don't understand what you need to do. But it's so worth doing it, because it's honestly been the only thing that I've seen that can literally print you money in business, because you put £10 in and you know that you're going to get a certain amount of clients. So every time you need a client, you just put more £10 in, like literally until you are fully booked. So it's like the best thing to do. Don't be scared, and definitely start. Secondly, you have to have a great offer. So you can't just go and like talk about anything that you want. In most cases, honestly, it's something that you wouldn't even thought would work, because your audience is reacting to something completely different. Yeah. But for that, you have to have a great offer. So if your ads are not working, always look at the offer. People are just not interested in the offer. You have to present it differently. And then my 3rd tip would be start maybe with lower budgets, because when you're starting out, it can be really tempting to kind of just give Facebook money. But you initially have to learn and do a lot of tests and trials. So spend less money. You will fail in the beginning if you don't have like access to a course or anything like that, because in your course, I'm giving them like copies, templates and like creative examples and all this stuff as well. So if you don't have access to a course, then start with smaller budgets and just know that you're going to fail in the beginning. And that's okay because you're just learning what people are reacting to. You're testing different offers, testing different creatives, and yeah, just keep testing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Amazing. Well, I've quite literally loved this. The last question we had, because I think this is always a big question. Someone said, are you doing Facebook or Instagram ads? I think there's a lot of confusion with that, if you wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, when I say Facebook ads, it's actually Facebook and Instagram ads. And Facebook has bought a lot of ad space in not only Facebook platform or Instagram platform, but like there's like so many more. So if you go on certain apps and see ads, that's actually Facebook ad platform placement. There's also Messenger on Facebook when you see them on Messenger. Those are Facebook ads. So I just say Facebook because the ad platform back end is in the Facebook, but actually it's Instagram. And Instagram can be sometimes much more converting with certain audiences and certain products and services. So you can always separate them, but it's cheaper. You would be surprised. A lot of my clients think like, no, all of my clients are on Instagram, just advertise on Instagram. And then most of their sales come in from Facebook for the cheapest price possible. So you would be surprised to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much for joining me tonight, and I really appreciate you staying up so late. I didn't realise it was such a big time difference, so I really, really appreciate that. If you are just joining, this will be on my feed, and I'll invite you to collaborate if you wanted to put it on your feed as well. If you have any last questions, we'll be here for literally one more minute, and then we will wrap it up. So if you did enjoy this live, you will be getting full access to Signa in my Social Media Manager Pro course, which is launching on Monday, which I cannot believe it's launching finally.
Yeah, we've been building up for this like a month, literally. I'm really excited to see how it's gonna go.
I know, I'm very excited. A lot of people are kind of eager to join, which is very good. But yeah, so there's 12 videos in there all about Facebook ads, and yeah, it's amazing. So I really, really appreciate you, and we'll wrap it up. So thank you everybody for joining, and thank you Signa for joining as well.
Thank you guys. If you have any questions, you can always send me a DM on Instagram as well. I always love to see what kind of questions people have. To create better content as well. I'm trying to create content.
Definitely.
Like that.
And are you launching something very soon?
Yeah, I'm launching a really low cost membership where I'll be teaching how to implement like Facebook ads into your business for different service businesses and like really automated marketing systems, how to get them installed. Like really, yeah, I'm really excited about this.
Amazing. So if you do want to join that, guys, make sure you send her a message, because I think I might join that. That sounds very good. But yes, thank you very much, and I'm sure we will see each other very soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Beth, for having me.
No worries at all. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.